Hi, everyone. It's Denise Brown from the Caregiving Years Training Academy. Imagine you're driving home from work and it's been another terrible day. You had to manage some appointments for your caree. Your boss is impatient because he sees or she sees that the caregiving experience is starting to really stress you out, which is making your manager impatient. So you're driving home thinking, "Oh, I just would love to talk about this day with someone." Except you think, well, I can't talk about it with my spouse because she is done listening to this. She doesn't understand why I don't get another job or set better boundaries with my caree. So I can't talk about it with her. And my best friend is starting to feel like a little, I can sense a little, oh gosh, here she is calling me again. It's something bad. Who can I tell? Who can I tell about this terrible day? We all need a good listener who can listen to what happens during our day. The challenge is others in our life, like family members and friends, get burnt out from listening. One of the reasons they get burnt out is because they think, why doesn't she do something different? Why does he put up with that? Why doesn't he make a different decision? Why doesn't he just do what I told him to do, what I suggested? The other reason others in our life get burnt out from listening is because it's very difficult for them to sit in pain with us. They don't want us to be in pain. It's too hard to hear about our pain. It is distressing to hear that we're in a painful situation that doesn't have an easy solution and they don't know what to do about it. When we're in a painful situation, I feel like we are chasing someone to listen to us. And when we're in a painful situation, others in our life are running from us because they don't know how to deal. They don't know how to manage it. They don't know how to cope with it. They don't know how to be with us. What's so interesting is that when we're in a painful situation, when another listens to us, we actually have received a solution. When someone just sits with us and listens, that's it, just listens, our stress is relieved. And we actually no longer chase someone to listen to us because someone has sat with us to listen to us. Others, though, don't get that listening is the solution because they think we need to be rescued. We need to be pulled out of our pain. We don't need to be rescued or fixed. We just need to be understood. And I would feel that in painful situations I endured in my life. And finally, I said to a friend, I feel like you're trying to fix me, and I'm not wrong. This situation is wrong. And I'm doing everything I can to manage it, but it's wrong. And I really need you to simply listen to me. And when she heard that, it was like all the lights in the dark room went on for her. She was like, oh my gosh, I get it. I get it. We all need to have a listener in our life. However, very few of us really have committed to learning the skill of listening. When we learn how to listen, it's no longer just a skill, it's also a solution. Because we all need someone who has committed to the skill of listening and knows how to actually structure a listening session. I've created a course for professional listening artists. Now, sometimes people kind of roll their eyes when I say this. Someone else said to me, oh my gosh, it's like professional cuddlers. And I thought, well, okay. However, it's an impactful service that provides a necessary solution. We have therapists and coaches, and they fulfill an important purpose in our life. And sometimes we don't need a therapist just to vent about a difficult day. We need a listener. There are so many times in our life where we can really benefit from having a professional listening artist. My sister-in-law died 3 weeks ago, and more than anything, I dread the days between death and funeral. And if I'm the executor, I dread the days after the funeral until all the funds are distributed and all the business transactions are completed. I just, uh, it makes me nauseous. Those days are just awful. I could seek therapy about those days, but that feels like a lot of work to find a therapist who gets it, who understands it. Instead, what I would love is a professional listening artist who's accessible to me. It's easy to schedule an appointment. I don't have to wait. Who's affordable. I would pay maybe half what it would cost to go to therapy. And I would feel the relief of talking to someone who structures a listening session for me so that I can vent and share in a safe space. Professional listening artists offer that service. It is a service now that can be offered to clients who have an employer who offers HSA and FSA accounts. So through those accounts, you put in pre-tax dollars to use on over-the-counter medications or other wellness products. We've been approved for employees who have that benefit to be eligible to use their pre-tax spending dollars on a professional listening artist. How about that? How about that? I'd love for you to think about becoming a professional listening artist. Everyone needs one. Maybe we don't need one every day or every week, but we need one on the difficult days in our life when we think, I need something that's accessible and affordable. I need relief now. And a professional listening artist can provide that relief. The relief could come in a scheduled phone call that happens on the way home from work, or in a Zoom call that happens on lunch hour, or just on a Saturday morning, or in my case, the evening after I spent the day with my sister-in-law's siblings at the funeral home making plans, or the afternoon after we went back to the funeral home and just made sure my sister-in-law looked okay for her service. Oh, to have a professional listening artist solely committed to listening, to understanding what those situations are like for me would be a tremendous source of relief. That's why I so believe in our professional listening artist course. And it's why I so believe in the value of our professional listening artists. I have spent my life listening. I really committed to it at an early age. And in many ways, listening has transformed my work and my relationships. And it's often a skill that's overlooked or discounted or not truly understood. In order to be an effective listener, we have to understand the skills involved in listening. And that's what we teach in the course. We also teach you how to be available for certain situations that a client might be going through. We also give you the foundation of our caregiving masterclasses so you understand what a client in a caregiving situation is sharing. Sometimes in our caregiving situations, it feels so crazy what we encounter. And our masterclasses empower the listening artist to know that's the reality of caregiving. It removes the judgment. It replaces it with support and understanding. When we feel understood, we feel less stressed. Okay, so I'd love for you to think about becoming a professional listening artist. It's a service you can add to an existing small business, or it could be something that you do on the side. You start a little bit of a small business, and the gig work you do is as a professional listening artist. You set your schedule. You are available to listen to clients, for instance, on the weekends or in the evenings or in the mornings or over lunch hour. That's another way for you to supplement your income while making an impact. Okay, so go to careyearsacademy.com to learn more about our professional listening artist course. Reach out to me if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing you in a future training. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.